Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
All right. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bruce.
First day of June, and the weather is proving it to be perfect. I walked
Hey,
out.
not only
I had to swim through the muggy,
it is a little muggy out. It
a
is a
little
little muggy
muggy.
out.
Welcome
But
to
not
Florida.
only is today the first day of June,
The
today is the
first day of
first day
hurricane season.
Florida Atlantic hurricane season, baby.
You know what? No, speaking of hurricanes, I'm trying to get a hold of Ron DeSantis right now because we want to talk to him about the whole elimination of homestead taxes and
Sure.
property taxes, how that's going to work. So I'm reaching out to him. If you have questions about any of the insurance relief, I want you to comment to our YouTube page. So comment here, send us some questions. We're going to put them all together for Ron. We're going to do a great interview with him and see if we can get this over the line and help the voters understand the good, the bad, the ugly, so we can get it pushed over the line, because I see merit in this. But to be honest with you, I don't think the general public sees it yet. I think they see it as pie in the sky.
You'd be surprised, Bruce, how in tune a lot of people are to it, and then how not in tune a lot of people are. I did a video yesterday, or posted a video yesterday on my YouTube channel, Florida Real Estate Insider, and we've got 23,000 views on it, which is pretty well performing in less than a day, and literally hundreds and hundreds of comments. The majority of them are behind it. But I think they're behind it with emotion, not with math. And the people that are against it with emotion, they're using math as their backup. They're raising the questions. Where's the money going to come from? How are we going to backfill it? They're going to have to fire all the cops and firemen. All that emotional stuff that, isn't, some of it's real.
It's not real. But you know what? I think most voters in America and probably around the world vote without information. They're ill-informed as to what the facts are. And
Sure.
I think that Americans are famous for that. They don't.
Hey, I've done it. I admit, yep, it's normal, right? But when you've got something facing you this important, it's better to go get informed, especially since we have a lot of time to do so.
So what we're going to do is we're going to help you folks that aren't informed become more informed, so that you can make an intelligent decision when you go to the voting booth. Speaking of other information, Tom and I will be posting a 3-part version with Michael Urowski, the Florida Insurance Commissioner, and talking about what's going on with homeowners insurance in the state of Florida. Because if we can get the tax issues resolved, we can get the insurance issues resolved, we're back into affordability. And other than that, we just need interest rates to settle a little bit. That's a trifecta, and the real estate market's going to boost again. And I think we're going to explode. And I think we're at the precipice of that happening.
For sure. And I'm not sure how tightly you keep up with the insurance issue, but I forget the exact number. I want to say there's almost 200 insurers in the state of Florida. 83 of them have filed for rate reductions this year, including Citizens, right?
Yep.
For the first time in more than a decade, Citizens actually asked to lower their rates, not raise them. And none of the companies asked for raise their rates. So the ones that didn't ask for a decrease just left it flat. So if you have a home in Florida with insurance on it, go get a new quote.
Absolutely. 100%. And you should do that every year, every single year. And
at least every other year. If you don't switch every year, at least do it every other year. Because
I'll tell you what, I think a lot of folks, and being in the mortgage business, I have to have insurance on every single house. So every single mortgage, whether it's a purchase, refinance, home equity line of credit, we got to make sure you have adequate insurance. I will say the amount of people that I've talked to over the last 35 years that said, you know what? I'm sticking with my State Farm. I'm sticking with my Allstate. I'm sticking with the brand name because they've been good to me. Wait a minute. How many claims have you had? I've never had a claim, but they are taking my check and they're putting it through. They're very nice.
They're good to me. They're good to me because they haven't said no, because I haven't
They haven't
asked.
said no, right? Or they had a small automobile claim or something like that. So I'm going to tell you something right now. Most of you probably are overpaying and you need to shop
100%.
insurance. If you need names of insurance companies, give us a call. We'll be happy to give you some AAA rated names that you can shop. No
Hey,
tie to us whatsoever.
listen, just anecdotally, this is Tom stuff, but I had a big insurance problem last year. I ended up having to switch insurance companies. I finally got my rate down to something reasonable. And then I got a call from my new home insurance company the other day telling me, hey, starting in December last year, we started doing car insurance in the state of Florida, and we want to quote you. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I saved $2,800 a year.
That's insane.
$2,800 a year, right?
Over
That's real
$200 a
money.
month. That's
Yeah.
real money.
That's real money, bro. I'm not going to retire on it, but it's real money.
Every little bit helps. Now I have
Every
got
bit
to
helps.
figure out how to get rid of my cable.
That's a first world problem, Bruce.
It is a first world problem. It's funny because we all complain about how much we pay for cable and internet. And so I've been talking to friends about cable and internet. What are you doing? Oh, I just stream. Oh, you do just stream, but you have Netflix, you have Prime, you have all these different, you got YouTube TV, you got Apple TV. You're paying just as much as I am.
I'm paying
So,
more.
yeah,
Paying more.
probably
I know
are
I.
paying more.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
paying more. So listen, I want to talk a little bit about real estate just because for some reason or another, you and I are in the real estate game. So I
Sure.
want to just kind of get a handle on exactly what's going on in the market. Today, Monday, not a great day in the bond market. Yet last week, it was a good week. We did very well. We've opened up on the bond market down 37. Of course, we want to be up on bonds. We keep hitting the ceiling of resistance, and that ceiling of resistance is just keeping us from getting over that ledge. We need a little bit more help. That help is going to be what happens with Iran. When that finally does get through, whether it ever does or not, I don't know what's going to happen. But when that finally breaks through, I think we can break through that ceiling of resistance. But for all of you that are looking to buy a home right now, interest rates are still attractive. They're not through the roof. You can still easily get in the sixes, even in the mid to low sixes in some cases. We're still doing a lot of rate buy downs. Sellers are paying closing costs. Builders are willing to work deals right now. I got a great call from Trinity Family Builders, one of my favorite builders. They're looking at doing some more builder forward buy downs to get interest rates down. So we're all looking for little ways we can help the consumer have a better experience and keep that payment down. But today, not a great day in the market. Let's see how things play out a little bit, and then we can take it from there.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And also, my understanding for our first time home buyer customers is that Hometown Heroes is going to be funded. Obviously, DeSantis has not signed the budget yet, but I believe, if I remember right, I believe the House was trying to get it to 50 million, or the Senate was trying for 75.
Yeah.
But I think it ended up at 100. I don't know how that happened. So
we're going to see where it goes. Let's get it to the finish line.
When DeSantis actually signs the budget, then we'll analyze it, right?
But as fate would have it, when they opened up the first time, it was just for first responders. And it took a while to go through. Then they opened it up to anybody that was a first-time home buyer that was legitimately living in Florida. And the money just went a month and a half, $100 million gone. Then when they opened it back up and they said only heroes, and you know what? To be honest with you, as much as I'd like to see more people getting stuff like that, to be honest with you, the heroes needed the money. But not enough heroes grabbed onto it, sat there for a long time. I had clients and I'm like, I can get you this money right now. And I
think it lasted until March, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that's going to get actually funded, but it'll be nice to be able to get that back on the.
It'll be funded for July 1st.
Yeah.
It'll be, it's part of it's passed, right? We're going to get it. And it's going to happen on July 1st. I'm just not 100% sure what the number is yet.
Whether it's
50 million, 75 million, 100 million, whatever it is, it's a reasonable amount of money to get a bunch of new homeowners into homeownership in Florida at a great time when insurance rates are dropping and
Yep.
maybe we don't have any more property taxes, or at least reduced property taxes.
Just don't count on that right away, folks. Okay. Tom and I are working on it. Okay. We're on
I'm
the scene.
excited, man. I'm going to make it happen, bro. I'm making it happen.
I'll tell you what, I'd love to see it happen too. But let's talk a little bit more about the details of Hometown Heroes. Okay. So it gets you up to 30. Yep. It gets you up to $35,000 in government money. It's 5% of the loan amount. It's for first-time home buyers. A first-time home buyer is somebody that has not owned a home in the last 36 months. Now, veterans are exempt from the first-time home buyer waiting period. They can buy. They don't have to wait for the 3 years. They can buy as a
Veterans
first-time
and
homeowner.
active duty.
I'm an active duty. Yes.
Veteran
Active duty. That's correct. We shouldn't lump them together. That's correct. They are separate. But this includes nurses, teachers, law enforcement, correctional officers, firefighters, EMTs, all kinds of different people. I don't even know. I think even dog groomers were in that. I'm not sure if they were now.
I don't remember if dog groomers were in there, but there were some odd ones that were in there.
You clip their nails. If you clip their nails,
providing medical services to dogs, like a vet office. I think that was.
I don't know about any of that. Okay. Well, I don't know about any of this being true. This is where the BS gets cut here, and it's hard to distinguish which is the truth and which is BS.
But you know what? Anybody should ask if their occupation qualifies. The worst thing that happens is we look it up and you say no, right?
That's the worst that could happen. And your minimum is $10,000. That's the minimum.
That's right.
You get. So
yeah. No, it's not free money, Bruce. It's not free
money, but there's no interest. It's zero interest.
It's an interest-free loan with no payments that you only pay it back if you sell the property,
yes,
refinance the property, yes, or pay the property off.
Yeah, or rent it.
Or if you rent it, if you become, if
you no longer occupy it as a primary residence, you have to pay the money back. However, I will take all the money you can give me under those terms any day of the week that you can give me zero interest rate dollars. I'll take it and pay it all back with me. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? The funny thing is, I always have to help people remember this. $10,000 today, and you have to pay it back in, let's say, 5, 7, 10 years, whatever it is. You're paying it back with the equivalent of maybe $6,000 or $7,000 because money keeps getting devalued. Right?
Absolutely, it does.
So imagine you could buy a whole house for $10,000 back in the 70s, right? So, it's going to keep happening, right? The dollar's going to keep getting devalued. So borrow that money today, pay it back in the future with no interest. That's a lot of free money.
And just appreciation in itself, right? And a dollar is one thing, appreciation in itself, because like you said, $10,000 30 years ago was a lot more money than $10,000 is today.
Correct. Yeah.
We go back to 1971. And the average house was like between $26,000 and $36,000, right?
My parents' first house in I think it was 73 was $13,000.
Yeah.
13.
And my dad was a builder. I was looking at the house that we lived in Maitland, which is a really nice house, middle class, upper middle class, Maitland. And that house sold for $56,000. Now it's worth $850,000. I'm just telling you, if you're going to put your money somewhere and you're really sucky at investing your money and you're afraid of the stock market, buy real estate. It'll do it automatically for you. Yeah. So listen, tune in to Florida Real Estate Insiders or go to Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm telling you, we're going to bring you valuable information. We got a great interview with Mike Urowski, Florida Insurance Commissioner, 3-part interview. We're trying to get an interview with Ron DeSantis. We're going to help him get this thing over the line, but we don't want to do it with a bunch of BS. I want to identify where all the objections are. What are the hurdles we have to get through? What do we need to help him get it over the line? And is this really an opportunity that Floridians can sink their teeth into and vote on in November? That's what I want to do. And that's why I know all those.
We're going to know the answer to all those questions by the end of this week.
You got it. Have a great week.
All right, man. You too.